All right, welcome to Whiteboard weather for a Friday. Have some information about the possibility of seeing some snow late in the weekend. There's been a lot of information and in some cases perhaps misinformation or hype about the weather that's incoming. Often is the case. You're not going to get that here. We are no hype. We're not that tight. We're not fear casting, we're forecasting. All right. Couple things before we get to the outlook for the weekend. Now that we flipped the calendar over to March, I want to give you some of the highlights for the month, things to look forward to. Spring forward, where we change the clocks ahead, is happening in less than 2 weeks on the 10th. The vernal equinox, aka the Vern. That's coming up on the 20th. That is the official arrival, at least the calendar arrival of spring. Today is the arrival of what was called meteorological spring. That's March 1st. Average high, 49. The average low, 30. Snowfall average is 7.4 inches. And over the next 31 days, we gain 1 hour and 20 minutes of daylight. That's a sure sign of spring. All right, let us work our way to the forecast for the weekend. So I want you to get the proper information so you are properly prepared. As we head down through this evening, there's going to be a little weak system coming by to our south. A little moisture is going to leak north. I think that could throw a spotty shower, even a spotty flurry in a few locations this evening. It's not going to be much, nothing to worry about. Otherwise, a cloudy but quiet start to the weekend. This is Saturday morning. Cold front back here will start the process of bringing in colder air for the second half of the weekend, but no precipitation as that passes by. The system that is getting a little bit of the headline is the one that's developing here. This is Sunday morning at 7 a.m. It's down here in northeast Texas, but you can see there's a lot of precipitation. It's a large-scale system. You have rain on the southern flank, as you would expect, and then snow on the northern flank across the Midwest and through the Ohio Valley. I think we start Sunday in western Pennsylvania cloudy. I don't think any of this moisture really makes its way in until after lunchtime. So if you're going to Sunday morning services, it's probably just going to be cloudy, and then in the afternoon, the light snow is going to start developing and could become steady at times in the afternoon and evening. Now, what's interesting here, this is a blend of various models, this particular outlook, but it even has the area of low pressure today a little further south, probably by about 40 or 50 miles further south than it did yesterday. That could bring down the snow totals if it jogs even further south. At least the trend short term has been to push it a little further south. That would be good news for us. It would lower the snow possibilities and the accumulation totals. I think we're going to get snow. Still, the only question remains is how much. The timing looks pretty good. Again, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and things will cut off. Looks like by 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, so before rush hour on Monday morning, the snow will have come to an end. This is just one model. This is the GFS, and this is Saturday morning. Tomorrow morning, this first area of low pressure well offshore. You can see quiet across the Ohio Valley. So again, just a cloudy Saturday. Now I want to zip ahead to Sunday morning. As I mentioned, I think this is probably right here. As we start off Sunday, you'll notice it's quiet here, your storm system developing here. Now it's a fast-moving system, so it is going to surge north pretty quickly, especially the moisture. And as we get into the afternoon and evening, you can see that low developing here and through South Carolina. The northern flank will have light snow, which is going to include us, but the track will ultimately determine how much we end up getting out of this. Right now, I think it looks like a general 2 to 4 inch snowfall, very similar to what most of us saw last night and into this morning. And then as we head into Monday morning, again, it's fast moving. The system is long gone. It is, at least as far as we're concerned, it's offshore Monday morning. This is 7 a.m. and it's quiet here. So again, it should be gone before the Monday morning commute. But at that point, northerly flow is going to settle in, and we're going to really settle into a colder pattern for a few days, the early part of next week. So here's my accumulation map of what I expect. And again, the time frame here is 1 o'clock Sunday through 4 a.m., so before sunrise on Monday. Areas to the north of this particular line, I think, are 2 to 3 inches. Beaver, Butler, Lawrence County, Mercer, Venango. And actually, as you get up in this area, it may be closer to an inch or an inch and a half in Mercer and Venango County. This area in between, this line and this line, we'll say 3 to 4 inches right now. Could change based on the track, but that would include Washington, Greensburg, the south and eastern part of Allegheny County, Waynesburg, Uniontown, Connellsville, and then as per usual, the lower highlands will probably pick up a little slightly higher total, about 5 inches in those areas. Again, this is by 4 o'clock on Sunday night, Monday morning. So that's your accumulation map with the caveat of the possibility of change if the storm tracks changes. All right, let's get to the whiteboard. We'll start with tonight. Cloudy skies allow for that light passing shower or flurry chance, 31. Tomorrow, 42, a seasonal day with regard to temperatures. The last one of those we'll see in a while. Cloudy skies, clouds and 26 tomorrow night. On Sunday, 34 degrees, cloudy in the morning, light snow rise afternoon or 1 o'clock. It's going to move in from south to north. It'll be ending by 4 o'clock in the morning, so we're looking at a duration here of about 14, 15 hours, something like that. And again, right now our accumulation total 2 to 4 inches, which is similar to what many areas saw late last night and early this morning. A manageable amount probably, but enough that it could create some issues on roadways if you're out driving late Sunday. Monday, the snow's gone, but the cold settles in. Clouds, some breaks of afternoon sunshine, 26 the high, and then it stays cold Tuesday and Wednesday despite some sunshine. Mid-20s will be the high temperatures through the middle part of next week. Again, a note, the track, should it shift and change, that would change the outlook of snow totals. I'll try and update you over the weekend should an update be warranted. And your weather stat or stats of the day, I went back to January the 1st through February 28th. That's 59 days. Of those 59 days, 47 of them included a trace or more of precipitation. If you like percentages, that is 80% of the days had at least rain and or some snow. That is just depressing. Snowfall for the month of February, 12.9 inches. For the season, that puts us at 31.4. My report card with my forecast, which I delivered back in October, I had 33 inches by the end of February, so about an inch and a half off the total, pretty darn close. And of course, as I'm advertising, if you're around this evening on Facebook Live, I'll have an Ask Jeff Almost Anything this evening. We'll talk about weather, we'll talk about music, we'll talk about sports. I'll let you drive the conversation. We'll do it all live. We'll have some fun on a Friday evening. If you're going to be around, grab yourself a slice of pizza, a glass of wine, and let's sit down and let's have a little conversation. That is going to do it for Whiteboard Weather on YouTube. Please spread the word. Ask folks to subscribe. I want to continue to see the subscribers grow, and have yourself a really wonderful weekend. And remember, karma has no deadline.